Today guys, I'm giving you a live test on Nike Ebanon Low. I've owned these for years. I think they're absolutely awesome, and the triple whites are probably one of the best sneakers you can get when it comes to the summertime. The Nike Ebanon Low is probably one of my favourite summer sneakers when it comes to just plain cheap throw-on sneakers, your beater sneakers. What ones do you own? What are the ones that you buy for cheap? The price on these on the internet currently is £60, which is absolutely crazy. I bought these from like a Sport Direct shop years and years and years ago. I can't actually remember the actual amount of years I've owned them for. I'm sure I've owned them for about 10 years. But guys, what a sneaker. Starting off with the materials of these sneakers, to be honest, the materials aren't good. They're pretty synthetic, yeah? It's just like a synthetic upper. The materials on these are pretty plain. So you get the synthetic leather on the toe box, around the toe box, and across all the upper. But what I do like about these is the durability. They're very comfortable. I wore these day in, day out for years, which is crazy because I love my Air Max 90s, but when you get a sneaker that you just want to throw on and you want a cheap one, you don't mind if they get wrecked. That's why I like these so much. They're comfortable, they're cheap, affordable sneakers, which is really important in this day and age, and they look good. So, you know, there's not many complaints from me about this sneaker. The only thing I will say, if we're going to go through pros and cons, they're not very comfortable when you first get them, but once broken in, they're a gem. Comfort on these Nikes is really, really nice. You can slip them straight on, they feel great on feet. Not when you first get them though. When you first get them, they do take a little while to break in. Durability wise, again, they're really comfortable. They bend quite well, and after owning these for such a long time, I'm surprised they're not crumbling. When the Air Force Ones were popping, when Nelly was rocking them in his hip-hop videos, that was like one of the main sneakers that everyone was going mad for, Air Force Ones. And I didn't want to pay, at the time, something like 150 quid for Air Force Ones, so I went for the Nike Court Visions or the Ebanon Lows. Traditionally a basketball sneaker as well, if you didn't know. But that is one of the reasons I bought these, because they looked like Air Force Ones. I just didn't want to pay 150 quid for Air Force Ones. I think that's a bit expensive. These Nikes are pretty breathable. I haven't had any issues with sweaty feet on them. They've been out in all sorts of weather. So like in rainy days, I've worn these. I've got them muddy. I've got them really dirty. Overall, when it comes to cleaning up, I think they still look pretty good after the amount of years I've worn them. The outsole has started to go a bit hard on the heel, so like when you wear them now, well, I haven't worn these for a while, they've got a bit stiff, and I wouldn't rock them again. It's not something I rock now. Overall, they are a really nice looking sneaker, and the comfortability is still there, which is crazy to think after I've owned them for so long. I've actually used whitener on these to clean them up before. You can see overall the tones on the sneakers, it's just gone really weird all the way around. My favourite features of these Nikes is the heel plate. That Nike on the back looks really, really cool. I love the tongue, it's durable and like nice, it feels nice on your frontal. It's a really, really nice sneaker, and for about £60 now, it's still not bad, to be honest. If you want to look like you're rocking Air Force Ones, you can get away with it, trust me. People always thought these were Air Force Ones when I was wearing them, which is really, really funny because I'm rocking around in Nike Ebanons and they had no idea. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of these down in the comment section, because it's not something I would pick up now. Overall, for a summer sneaker, I think they're really cool. I think they're a nice looking sneaker. They clean up well, they hold up in the weather. That outsole though is something to be talked about, because that is looking a bit manky. Look at the state of that outsole, it's crazy. After wearing the triple white Nike Ebanon Lows, I switched to the Nike Court Vision, which have a few differences. So you've got the different heel plate, which I prefer these, and also a little bit of a different colour palette. Toe boxes have air holes for breathability, and you get some holes on the sides for breathability as well. But overall, man, like if I was to choose one, it would be the Ebanon Lows. Reason being, comfortability. These are horrible on your feet. They're really, really wide. So like for a narrow foot like myself, I couldn't find them comfortable. But when it comes to Nike Ebanon Low, they're super comfortable. Really, really nice. Once you've broken them in, they could feel as good as an Air Max 90. Look how tight I used to wear my laces as well. There's not a massive difference between the Court Vision and the Nike Ebanon Low, but two very cool sneakers but I would definitely choose the Nike Abaddon Low. That curved sock liner is really comfortable, and it wraps nicely around your ankles, which is a real nice touch to the sneaker. If we're going to talk about what makes a 10 out of 10 sneaker for me or you, I would say how long the sneaker lasts, comfortability, and how they look. That's something for me is like 3 points I touch on every time I look at a pair of Air Maxes, 90s, Jordans. Looks, comfort, lasting, and how nice they are. Basically, like what it's like an all-round sneaker. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to. I rate these sneakers a 10 out of 10. The reason I rate them a 10 out of 10 is because they're comfortable, they've lasted years. I could still rock these now and they wouldn't crumble just yet, but overall, just a beautiful sneaker. Overall, guys, I gave these sneakers a 10 out of 10 in my own mind when I first got them. One, because of the durability, the time they last, and how they look, and the comfortability. The comfortability for me is always the main thing I look for in the sneaker. And when these break in, they feel absolutely lovely on feet. You can just slip your heel in. You haven't got to bother holding the back. They're a beater sneaker, so you can sort of like just buy a couple of pairs. When these first come out, like 40 quid, 45 quid, 30 pound, whatever, they were really cheap. So you could buy a couple of pairs and they'd last you a very long time and look fresh all the time as well. A triple white sneaker is very essential to any sneakerhead or person's collection. For me, the Nike Abaddon Low lasted me a long time, and for that reason, they're a 10 out of 10. So guys, let me know what you think of the Nike Abaddon Low down below in the comment section. I think they're really cool. One of my favourite sneakers in my collection that I just keep now just for like nostalgic value. A very well-known basketball sneaker. A very nice looking sneaker for summer. Guys, I'm done with this live test. One absolute banger of a sneaker. Sometimes you can get affordable sneakers that are just as good as the ones you pay for £300-400. It's really important to check out sneakers before you buy them, because you might find a nice little surprise once you've worn them for a little while. If you did enjoy that video, hit like, subscribe, turn notifications to make sure you don't miss any more of my videos. And also, if you have stuck around to the end of the video, I'm going to be reviewing these bad boys. Woo! The TikTok sneaker work boot. These are absolutely mental, steel toe cap, and they feel like trainers on feet. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!